Good morning. I am going to get dinner going in the crock pot, and I thought I would show you what I'm making. So if you are watching this on YouTube, I did it live on my Instagram. So I will put my Instagram in the comments or the description, and you can join me on there. But otherwise, I'm gonna get going. It is a meatless meal today. So I ordered some lentils from my Azure Standard order, which I will also. Oh, thank you, Cassie. I appreciate it. So I will also post a link in the description on YouTube to my Azure Standard. If you're on Instagram, you can go to my highlights and you can get my link there too. But I'm going to get going. So I've got my slow cooker here and I'm going to put it on high just to get it started. So the first thing I did was rinse about a cup of red lentils. I ordered a big thing of it. If you saw my Azure haul, this was just part of it, but I am using these. So we have had lentils from Costco that were like pre-cooked in like a pouch. So I thought, well, let's give it a try and make it at home. So got lentils. I have about a cup that I rinsed here that I'm just gonna put into my slow cooker. They really stick together once they get wet. So I've never ever cooked with just lentils before, so this is new to me. I have had them in like bean mixes, but never by themselves, so we're gonna give it a try. So I've got my lentils in there, and then I have a can of Jovial, I guess it's a jar, Jovial organic kidney beans. These I also got in my Azure order, and what I like about them is that they come in a glass jar. I really hate using things in cans if I can help it. For one, I hate the idea of dented cans, and you just don't know what you're gonna get when you order online. So I like that they are in a glass jar. They are just organic kidney beans, water, lemon juice, and sea salt. That's all that's in them. They are a product of Italy. So I already rinsed them and just threw them back into the jar. So I'm just gonna throw those in there. Then in here I have 4 cups of veggie broth, and I just used my Better Than Bouillon, which I must have put away. I just did 4 teaspoons of the veggie Better Than Bouillon and 4 cups of hot water, and just let it dissolve in there. So everything I was reading that for lentils, you need like 3 times the liquid to what you put in for the lentils. So since I had a cup, 3 cups probably would have been enough, but since I have other things in here, I wanted to add in more than that. And I'm going to grab the Better Than Bouillon so I can show you what it looks like. So we got this at Costco, and I actually have it in beef and chicken, and then the veggie as well. And it's organic. They are reduced sodium. They are not a powder. They are like almost like a jelly-like consistency, but I really, really like these for when you don't have broth on hand, and just to add in some extra seasoning. So I did 4 teaspoons of this and 4 teaspoons of hot water. Then I've got some frozen corn. This is also from Azure. I ordered in a 5-pound bag, and I just did about a cup of that. Okay. And then I have the diced celery that was going soft that I froze a while ago, and I just keep pulling it out for soups and stews. Gonna put some celery in there, however much you like. I don't put a ton, but I do put some in there. All right, and then the next thing I have on my cutting board here is I have 2 diced carrots. I've got a traditional orange one and then like a yellow white one. I get some organic colorful carrots from Fresh Thyme, so I just cut those up. These, by the way, are my new cutting boards that I got at Costco a little while ago, and I absolutely love them. And then I have half of a diced onion. This is also from Azure. I got their organic onions, and I'm telling you, they are the most beautiful onions I've ever had before. They are really, really good quality. So I definitely am going to order those again. So I've got my onion in there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add in some tomato paste. This is Bio Nature 100% organic tomato paste, no salt added. This literally has just organic tomatoes in it. These are also a product of Italy, so I need to grab a spoon for this, but I'm going to put in like half of this jar. And then I'll just throw the rest of it into the refrigerator for another meal, or I can freeze them. So, okay. So I've got that. So I definitely have more of these coming in my Azure order because I really love them. All right, and then next I'm just gonna put in some minced garlic. Scoop of that. Okay. And then next is going to be my seasonings, and I'm going to put a lot of seasonings in here because we want to make sure it has good flavor. So the first thing I have is just some granulated onion, and I'm just going to do a half a teaspoon of that. And this is totally a recipe I'm making up as I go because that's how I cook. All right, I've got some cumin. And I'm going to go maybe like a quarter teaspoon of cumin. And then I have some chili powder. And I'm going to do a full teaspoon of that. And then some oregano. And I'm going to do probably a full teaspoon of that as well. And some ground black pepper. And I'm going to do a half a teaspoon of that. And then a bay leaf. I'm going to throw in 2 bay leaves while it's cooking, and then we'll fish them out before we eat. 1, 2. And then some oh, I thought this was garlic powder. I wanted garlic powder. And then some Cajun seasoning. This is just a mix that I have from Walmart, and I just thought might add a little bit of good flavor to this. So I will, let's see, I'll add in a teaspoon of this. I'm trying to see if this has any. So this does have sodium in it, so yeah, you don't want to add too much because there's a lot of sodium in the broth. So a teaspoon of that, and I will have to pull out my garlic. I'm going to add some granulated garlic to this as well. So I just thought that I pulled it out and I pulled out onions. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix this all together. So the lentils will absorb much of that liquid, and so I'm going to be gone for most of the day. I'll have my husband keep an eye on it. If it looks like it's absorbing too quickly and sticking to the bottom or anything, then he can go ahead and add in some more water, even would be fine. And then I'm going to let it cook, and then we are going to serve it over some organic California white basmati rice. So I'm hoping that this will be a good substitute, just with meat prices and things like that. Everybody seemed to like the lentils when we got them before, and like the pre-made package, it was like a chili lentil kind of thing, so I thought this would be a good way to give that a try and see how we like them. I know there's green lentils and black lentils maybe, so I just went with the red to try them. So when I get home, I will cook this up in my rice cooker, and we'll serve this over the rice, and we'll have some veggie or fruit on the side. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for joining me.